go over how and what all the different reports are. So we're going to start by clicking on reports, and we're going to do orders first. So this has got all the orders that have been made so far, which all by me, because this is a demo site. But if you're looking for somebody specific, you can look up their name or their email, their order ID, or their transaction, and then you can look up the date. So if you want to know just for one day how many orders you got, then you can do the one day, or you can look up for your whole season or for the 20 years you've been going if it's on this site. So, and then you click search and you can export the file. So that is what that all entails within the order. But when you click on their order ID number, a lot more cool things come up. So you can refund from right here. You can make notes about this customer, what they might need. For this fire pit, because this is a scheduled ticket, you can move their schedule, which is super important if you get somebody calling or if there's a rainy day that you need to reschedule people. You've got all their information right here, and so you can grab that email and email them personally if you need to, and then it gives their billing information. And if by chance their card doesn't go through, this is the first place you want to look to make sure that, because it'll tell you if their card, if there's not enough funds in the account or kind of what's going on, so that you can tell them what's going on or if they punched in their CVC wrong. So you can resend their confirmation email, print email receipt, or print their tickets off. So that's kind of what is included there. And if your ticket has ticket questions, they also appear on this page. So let's head back to reports. That was orders. Let's do scheduled event reports. So I'm going to cast a pretty wide net here because I have bought tickets for really random times. So, and I'm not exactly sure what they are, so I'm going to just click on all of them. So I'm going to click on a ticket and shift and do all my scheduled events and filter those. Oops, I need to go further. There we go. So now you can see, and you can look up one of these tickets individually or once again for the day. So I've got my private sunflower picnic, and so I'm scheduled for 7:30 p.m. to 8 o'clock. And then once again, it's got that order number that you can go and see all that information. You've got any of your scheduled event tickets that you can look up. So this is really nice. If you've got fire pits, you can come in for your specific day and say, okay, we've got like 20 people scheduled for today. I've got 10 at 6 o'clock and so on, or whatever you have people signing up for, so that you can plan accordingly. But this is a really great asset to look if you need to know school groups or things that you need to prepare for. And once again, this can be printed or exported. Let's go to ticket status. So I'm going to type in a ticket number, which my order number was 1172, and it brings up the 2 tickets that I bought within that order, and it will say whether they're redeemed or not. So that way you can just check that out really quickly as well. So we're going to come to daily ticket redemption now. And once again, I'm going to cast a pretty wide net here. Do all of them. Let's go back. And forward. And these dates are completely random, so filter. And here they all are. So you get a summary of whatever tickets you've looked up. So I sold a total of 117 tickets. You can see how much money, what's redeemed, and then come in and look at this individually for each ticket. It's got the purchase date right there, and their name and their email, all that fun stuff about how much money you're making. So then you can go through all of your tickets, and this includes the tickets that you may not have necessarily anymore, but that were bought. Let's come to season pass usage. Is one of my favorites because it gives you so much information. So me and my dad and Chase have been buying a lot of these tickets. So it gives the individual code for each of them, the name, the last name, their purchase date, their expiration date. So these are pretty old. And then their order ID. And then it has a number of uses. So within your season pass, you have the ability to set how many times it was good for. So if you want to say this ticket's good for 4 visits to our farm, you can do that. But for the first year, we suggest kind of just tracking the number of uses. So if you have somebody coming like 20 times, you might need to up your price or set a limit. Whereas if you have people only come in 2 times, you might need to bump that back down. So that's just a nice way of tracking. And then when you actually click on it, you can see every individual time that it's been redeemed. So within forever ago, 2018, Chase redeemed his at 7:37, 3:06, all these different times. So that information is available to you, and you can once again look up people specifically. Let's go back to reports, and now we're going to do certificate status. So this is where you type in your certificate code, and it looks like everything else. But we're going to keep going. And same thing with discount code usage. You can look up that as well. And I don't think we've redeemed any of our certificates on this site, but let's see if we've done any codes. We can do all. Filter. Doesn't look like we have redeemed any, but that's where that information would be. We're going to head to ticket sales report. So once again, I'm going to select a bucket load of these. And forward. There we go, filter. And here all of the information pops up for my tickets that I currently have going on. So I've got a total of 54 orders, 13 tickets, 3 have been redeemed, 10 are unredeemed, the fees collected, discount total, and sales total on all of them, and then it goes through those individually for each ticket. Let's go to sales location. You can look up where they're happening. So let's 2018, 31. December. I sincerely hope none of you have this long of a season. That would be pretty crazy. And we're going to select, let's do season pass. So it's got, then it'll tell you how many of that ticket has been bought online or on site. So we haven't bought season pass within that time period. Let's do sunflower patch mission. So on site, I bought $0.09 worth. We set it low so that we don't have to pay it on our own site. Anyway, so it'll show you how much money you've made on there. Let's come to tax report. So we're not going to have any tax reports because we don't have taxes on here. But for your site, you just look up your date and filter, and that's exportable. And last but not least, the earnings report, the most exciting part. So once again, you can filter it down to the time and the day, and it tells you how many. So for the 12th, I have 12 orders, 283 tickets bought. None of them have been redeemed. And then the fees and the sales total. So, and then the value of unredeemed certificates. So this is really nice to look up at the end of the day, just to see kind of where you stand, how much you made, how you're doing, and especially at the end of the season, look up your whole season and see where you're at on that. Super easy way to keep track of where you are and how much money you're making, which is exciting. So that is all we have on reports. Once again, orders, scheduled events, reports, ticket status, daily ticket redemption, season pass usage, certificate status, discount code usage, sales, ticket sales report, sales locations, tax report, and earnings report. And the most useful ones, I would have to say, definitely be checking your orders, your scheduled events, daily ticket redemption, and your earnings report on a regular basis. So that is all of your reports. Good luck.